Are you thinking of subscribing to Game Pass Ultimate but you're not quite sure what it is? Then watch this video to find out everything that you need to know. Let's take it away. So I'm going to keep scrolling through this Game Pass app. Now the Game Pass app will showcase all of the available games that are there to download. So a complete collection, loads of Battlefield games, and even a game like Battletoads as well, which launched day and date on Xbox. Fantastic game. But I'll keep scrolling through this collection so you can see the large selection of games that you are able to download and play when you are subscribed to Game Pass Ultimate. There's a game like Cluster Truck, for example, a game that I probably wouldn't have otherwise played if it wasn't for Game Pass. Now I'm going to keep scrolling through this list here, and I'm going to go a little bit faster just because there's so many games. I want to get through this video for you. But you can see just such a large selection of games, from JRPGs to shooters to racing games. So many games. There's sports games as well, like Rory McIlroy and UFC. You've got horror games from The Evil Within. So really classic games here, games that are sometimes a bit retro, sometimes a bit older from the Xbox and Xbox 360 era, but then games from the Xbox Series X and S era as well. So a huge selection of games, huge top tier games that are available here, and I'm going to keep scrolling through this just so you can see the entire collection. But you'll see a lot of first party Xbox games in here. You'll also see a lot of games from Bethesda and EA as well, who are largely partnered with them, and I'll get into that in a moment. But like the list never ends. There's something here for everyone, and it's really difficult to be able to go onto Game Pass and not find something that you don't want to play. Like there's going to be something in this very, very large selection of games. But what I would suggest to do is that if you're just subscribed to Game Pass, is actually look at the games that are leaving soon, because the one thing you don't want to do is start a long game knowing that the game's going to be leaving the service soon. So always check that leaving soon tab, just to make sure that you're not about to get stuck into a really long game before you have time to finish it. So some of the other things I'm going to mention as well, things like the recently added games as well. So As Dusk Falls, for example, is a brand new game that just came out. Top tier game, but there are other games that are sort of a bit older that have been more recently added. Now, the big thing here for Game Pass is day one releases. These are the releases that people really say subscribing to Game Pass is worthwhile for. So when Halo Infinite came out and Forza came out, these are full price games. If you were to buy them at full price, you might as well, both of those games, you might as well subscribe to Game Pass for a year. Even games like MLB The Show, for example, day one on Game Pass. So this is a really big feature that Microsoft will keep pushing and are pushing. And as some of their bigger licenses are coming out, some of their bigger IPs are coming out, that is when you're going to see the real big value. Games like, or companies like Riot Games rather, they're bringing all of their games to Game Pass. So that is games like Valorant and League of Legends. So huge benefits there for Game Pass people. Bethesda also were acquired by Microsoft, so all of the Bethesda games are now going to be day one on Game Pass. So absolutely huge for any Bethesda fans. And let's not forget about that Activision deal. If that does complete the Activision Blizzard deal, that will also mean that games like Call of Duty and others will be available on Game Pass. It's huge. And then EA as well. EA Play is part of Game Pass Ultimate. So if you want to play some of the latest and greatest EA games, I know that's an interesting thing to say, you can do so. Now, some of these aren't the newest games in the franchises, because obviously they're still selling them. But what you can do for brand new games in EA Play is actually get a game trial for 10 hours. Now, that might not suit you depending on the game. But for example, something like F1 2022, which is just recently released, you can download the free trial. Get it for 10 hours, play it. If you like it, you can always play it at another point. Or eventually it will get added to Game Pass. So you can start it off. If it's something you like, you can either buy it. If not, just wait for it to come back onto Game Pass. I'll also mention deals as well. Now, if you are subscribed to Xbox Live Ultimate, Xbox Game Pass Ultimate, you get deals with Gold. Now, these are roughly, something 10 to 30% off. They're not always great, to be honest. It's not something I would personally see a lot of stuff in value in some of these. But hey, look, there's a lot of big discounts here for anyone who wants them. But you also get discounts on Game Pass as well, and featured Game Pass deals and stuff. So these aren't always great. I don't think they're anything different from the main deals and sales section on the Xbox, but it's there anyway. Perks are also another thing. You get a 30-day free trial for Paramount Plus, but at the moment they're only offering a 7-day free trial in the UK for this. So 30-day free trial with your Xbox Game Pass Ultimate rather, is a fantastic thing. Halo Infinite as well, and other games offer perks such as skins and other things in game. So if you are into these games, you do and can get quite a few things. I've got Spotify for free, I've got Disney Plus for free through this section. So always check out the perks. It is a really good place to go. Now, I keep saying Xbox Live Gold because it's stuck on my mind. Games with Gold. Now, this is an old perk that you used to get when you were subscribed to Xbox Live Gold before they rolled out the service for Xbox Game Pass Ultimate. And these are 3 games that you get to keep, providing that you're subscribed to Xbox Live. The games that you get to keep are the Xbox 360 games and the Xbox games. So, for example, here, Torchlight, I get to keep forever, no matter if I cancel my Xbox Live or not. For any games newer than Xbox and Xbox 360, you won't get to keep forever. Games with Gold means that you need to be subscribed to Gold for Xbox One and Xbox Series X and S games that they give away on that service. Now, another great perk is cloud gaming. Now, this is going to be the future of gaming, and people don't like it. I know they don't like it. You want to own your games, you want to have them installed, you want to play them natively. But sometimes, being able to play a game on cloud, to just demo it, just to see it, rather than downloading it, the entire game, you can just play it via the cloud. It launches relatively quickly, and to be honest, depending on your internet connection, it can play quite well. Not that much stuttering. Graphically, it can get a bit choppy here or there. So I would advise you to download the game if it's something that you'd like to play. But I like the idea of cloud gaming because you can jump into a game, see what it's like. If it's your type of game, download it afterwards. But you can, it's a great way to demo that game. Now, other people will do other things, obviously. I mean, there are different ways of playing. For example, the Xbox is not the only way to access Xbox cloud gaming. There are other ways, such as Samsung TVs integrating it into a TV app. So that is one way. Also, this isn't just, again, like on your Xbox. You can do this on your PC via any browser, whether it be Edge or Chrome or anything else. Just sign into your Microsoft account, and away you go. You can literally just pick any game from this. You can pick up from where you were previously. It syncs with your saves. So, absolute great way to be able to do this on your PC. It's cloud streaming, so your PC doesn't need to have like a high spec or anything like that. You just need good internet speeds. The other thing I would recommend as well is connecting an Xbox controller to your PC so you can play these games. You can connect it via Bluetooth, or you can just connect it via a cable, depending on your own personal setup. But here is Battletoads, a game I mentioned earlier, actually. And again, an Xbox first-party studio game made by Rare, as you saw there, or licensed by Rare, rather. And fantastic game. This is running off my browser on my PC. So there are other games as well that you can play. There's loads of games, really, that you can play on your PC. And this is a fantastic way to be able to make the most of your subscription. Another game, for example, a game that just came out, and I know this is going to sound incredibly weird, but this Power Wash Simulator is great for me. I don't know why. I just played this first level, and I just needed to. As soon as I saw this van, I needed to clean it. I just had to clean it. So, fantastic opportunity. And if you really, really wanted to, you can also play cloud gaming on your phone. So you can get a clip, connect your Xbox controller via Bluetooth, and you can play it. Now, again, this really depends on the signal that you've got on your phone. So if you're at home with Wi-Fi, it works pretty well. But if you're trying to connect it via 4G or 5G, you could struggle. It could be quite patchy. So it's not really something I would overly recommend. Now, when you subscribe to Xbox Game Pass Ultimate, and I've got a full video on this, by the way, which I'll put in the card in the top corner, but you also get access to Microsoft reward points via Game Pass quests. So if you want to know more about that, click on that card and you'll find out a little bit more about how you can earn some points and even get free Game Pass by just doing the Game Pass quests. Or as well, when you're downloading all of these games, there's storage requirements that you're going to need. Not all of these games are going to be able to fit on your internal storage, but you can put Xbox Series X and S games on external storage, certain Xbox Series X and S games, and I've got another video that I've linked in the card as well above for that. And finally, the one thing I would also recommend doing is setting up tabs on your home screen, so you've got it all set up there. So you've got your Xbox Live home screen tab, and then you've also just any Game Pass games that you're playing, put that on your home screen tab, and it consolidates it all into one area for you. So that is a real quick rundown on Xbox Game Pass Ultimate. So, do you know everything now that you need to know about Game Pass, or do you still have questions? If you do, leave them in that comment section, and I'll be sure to try and come back to you with the answer. But for now though, that's everything. I'll catch you on the next video. See you later. Bye.